Chipotle. Get some Chipotle, man. Got a great discussion for y'all today. Got a great discussion for y'all today, man. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Grown-up conversation. Grown-up conversation. What if cheating while being married came with a mandatory 5-year prison sentence? Woo-wee. What if, I'm going to say it again. What if cheating while being married came with a 5-year mandatory prison sentence? Let that marinate, man. I want to see what y'all think. I want to see what y'all talking about, man. I want to hear y'all thoughts on this topic. Would you still get married, guys, if cheating came with a 5-year mandatory prison sentence while being married? Now, would you guys still get married, man? This is a discussion that no one's ever had, and like these type of things pop up in my head all the time because I'm constantly seeing people cheating. Constantly, people cheat all the time. After saying I do, after getting into a marriage. One thing I know people love is their freedom. People lead their freedom. People enjoy their freedom. But oftentimes people get married, and when they get married, they feel like they don't have their freedom anymore. When technically you do. You still can enjoy your spouse sexually. You can still go do things in the world, go to work, spend time with your kids, eat the type of foods that you like, go to places that you like, dine in, you know what I'm saying, eat out. You can still go to the bar, have a drink. You can still have fun. You can still do a lot of things while you're married. But some people even compare prison to marriage. You understand what I'm saying? But nothing to me could be compared to prison. So how many of you guys will be willing to risk your freedom over cheating on the man or woman you chose to marry? Sometimes we got to have these uncomfortable type of conversations. And I see it's not as many people that I would expect to even be on this live. When they seen the headline, people was like, I don't want to hear that. A lot of people was like, I don't want to hear no conversation about nothing like that. And that's one of those things is like, why do you not want to hear a conversation like this? Can you imagine if you would go to jail for 5 years for cheating? Because think about it. What would you lose? Most marriages, obviously, is kids involved. You feel what I'm saying? A man and a woman come together, create a union. A lot of times they have kids together and all of that. So cheating, what if it caused you to go to prison for 5 years? Now, these 5 years that you have to do are away from your children. You're no longer being a mother or a father if you committed this act of adultery, which in God's eyes, it is a crime. Correct? So if it became a mandatory sentence in marriages, would as many people still get married? This is some good old Chipotle I got here, y'all. I'm going to go through the comments and read y'all comments. But this is a good, healthy discussion. Because oftentimes cheating in a marriage breaks up happy homes. Which in those cases, you have to be a mother and a father from separate homes. which can become difficult. Not as difficult as it would be if one of you guys had to do 5 years in prison away from your children, because then that one person is forced to have to be a parent by themselves. So this is one of those things that, what if they made a law like that? How many people would still get married? Now, I do know there's couples around the world who are married that do not cheat. I'm well aware of that. Everybody's not a cheater. But I'm also well aware that there's a lot of people out there that do cheat. So, and me personally, I think people would still get married, even with those set of rules or those terms. And the reason why is because people commit crimes every day that they do not get caught for. You dig what I'm saying? So what I realize in this world that we live in, because criminals are still going to be criminals, people are still going to commit crimes, people would still get married knowing that they have difficulties with being loyal. Because then if that was the case, let's say they made that rule, people are less likely to expose the cheating. If that became a rule, that snitch factor, you know how people be like, no snitching, no snitching, no snitching? That no snitch factor would come into this whole thing, man. Nah, if you snitch, bro, if you snitch, bro, you'll hear women having conversations like, if you tell on me, I'm gonna have to go to jail away from my kids. So the dude would keep a secret. You dig what I'm saying? The dude would never say anything, because one thing about men, we are empowered by the fact of a mother being able to be a mother to their children. So a lot of men would keep that secret. Not so much on the woman's side, though. I think a lot of these women in that situation, if a man says, look, don't tell because then I'm going to go to prison away from my kids, and that woman going to say, I don't care. You shouldn't have came over here messing with me. You shouldn't have came over here messing with me. Then she going to go snitch. And that man going to be in prison for cheating. So I feel like this is healthy dialogue. I think people should think like that. What if you went to prison for cheating on your spouse? I think everybody should take that into consideration and think like that. Just imagine it. When you get into a marriage, imagine that you can go to jail for cheating, so that way you don't do it. When you get married, it's between you and your spouse. You should be loyal. Loyalty over everything, guys. That's what I believe in. When you're married, loyalty over everything. You do those vows before God and before your partner. Follow through with those vows. Because there's so many people out here getting married and they still acting like they not married. They still sleeping around. And I don't know. I think it would be great to make that a rule. I think there would be a great thing for people to actually go to jail. I know a lot of people don't agree with that. Nah, man, we shouldn't have to go to jail. It's women saying, nah, we shouldn't go to jail, because this cheating thing is not a man thing. It's not a woman thing. It is a human thing. People get married and they still be cheating. So if you went to jail for a mandatory 5-year sentence, would people still get married? Because obviously this is only with marriage. This is not with relationships. I would never say put that in with regular relationships, obviously. But marriage, most definitely, you should have to do a bid. You should have to do a 5-year bid if you cheat on your spouse. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. But I'll tell you what, this Chipotle is banging. This Chipotle is so good, I cheat on McDonald's any day of the week for Chipotle. Mm. 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 This Chipotle is so good right now, I will cheat on Burger King any day of the week for this Chipotle. Mm-hmm. Man. Could y'all imagine that though? SWAT team, the SWAT kicking in your door. Somebody got cheated on and SWAT kicking the door and pull the guns on you for cheating. Can y'all imagine that? Can you imagine that? You know how many couples will be hiring private investigators? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I could. I don't think I would want to send my spouse to jail though for 5 years. So you gotta understand, a lot of people probably would not. Is you gonna turn your spouse in for cheating and make him go to jail for 5 years? Ladies and gentlemen, think about it. 5 whole years, and you gotta be a parent to your kid by yourself. But it would have to be a no exception, no matter what. No matter what you say. You cannot back out of it once you choose to get married. Damn, somebody said married people cheat the most. Wow. I did not know that. Somebody said, did you say pull the guns out? You gotta think, when SWAT team comes out to arrest you, they do pull the guns out. I'm just saying, can you imagine it being for cheating? I just thought this was a great conversation, man. I'm going to be coming back to the comments, see what you guys talking about later, man. I'm going to holler at y'all. We're going to have another discussion about this, though. It's not enough people in here. I wanted it to be more people in here. I guess everybody at work right now. It's 5 o'clock traffic, people driving, and they shouldn't be watching me on live while they driving. 5 o'clock traffic is crazy right now. So I'm going to have this conversation maybe again later tonight when it's more people actually active and on social media. For you guys that took something from this, please keep commenting, share it. It's not okay to cheat on your spouse. But I just thought if this offered an extra layer of protection for the marriages, what if you had to do a 5-year mandatory sentence for cheating on your spouse? What if? That's just, what if? Let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Do you feel like more people would get married or less people would get married? Because I can bet you this. It would be embarrassing to come down the Facebook timeline with your mugshot like this. And then it's telling us that you get a 5-year mandatory sentence because you cheated on your spouse. That would be embarrassing, people. So think this through. You get your mugshot, you take your picture. Psh, psh, psh. I think people would be embarrassed taking their picture. To know that you're about to go to jail for cheating on somebody you married, somebody you said that you was going to honor through thick and thin, sickness and in health, and you behind bars for 5 years because you couldn't keep your penis or your vagina to yourself. That's embarrassing to come down the timeline. 5 years. Have to go to prison for 5 years. That's embarrassing. Some woman said she was so broke, and it's hilarious. Sarah, why is it funny that you're broke? That sounds like a personal problem, and I don't find it funny that you're broke. If you're broke and you're laughing at yourself over that, I'm sorry, Sarah, but I don't want to see somebody be broke. So that's on you. That's your business. You came on here and told us your personal business, but that's not funny to me that you're broke. And see, you can get sued financially. I've definitely heard that people can get sued. Yeah, I'm definitely aware that people can be sued for cheating in marriages. I've seen that before. But I'm strictly talking about people going to jail, though. Because people hate losing their money, but people hate losing their freedom even more. It would be bad for the kids, though, for anybody to have to go to jail for 5 years and then not be able to be a parent to their kid. So I think people would definitely move a lot more wiser and say, you know what? Me cheating right now would take me away from my children, and it'd take my children away from me, and it'll take me away from my spouse, and it'll take me away from my freedom. So I do think if that was a thing that once you get married, you would go to jail for that, I think less people would get married. And the ones that chose to get married would be faithful. I do believe that. See, I better hope I never become president, because if I become president, I'm going to try to get that law passed. Shout out to Juhan Jones, man. Share this live, bro. This is a real topic, bro. Can you imagine people sitting behind bars over cheating on their spouse? Man, wouldn't be a good look. To me, that's worse than shoplifting and getting a mugshot and going to jail for shoplifting. To me. I'm serious. To me, that's worse. That's worse, bro. Because that means you ain't... Hey, Juhan, bro, I'm telling you right now, bro. You see the caption? What if cheating on your spouse came with a mandatory 5-year prison sentence, man? I wouldn't want my face to come down Facebook with a mugshot and it says, you are going to jail for 5 years for cheating and you're going to be locked up away from your kids for 5 whole years, bro. Because you wanted to go out here and bust a nut. Y'all, can you understand that? For the women, too. You wanted to bust a nut, and now you in prison for 5 years and can't even take care of your kids now. That's crazy, man. Can you imagine that as a mandatory crime? You got to tell people in jail. You know, when you get to jail, people be like, what you in here for? Oh, my God. Now, I hate to laugh, but I'm just saying, can you imagine that, bro? Can you imagine you coming through them gates trying to look tough and shit? The man and the woman trying to look tough walking through them gates just, hey, bro, what you in here for? Cheated on my wife, bro. Damn, man. You in here for 5 years for that, bro? Yeah, bro. You do realize you're going to be in here around men for 5 years. You ain't going to be able to get no sex from a woman. Oh, my God. Lord have mercy. Can you imagine that? Lord have, man, hell no. Nah. Y'all ain't going to vote for that law to be passed. Y'all will not. For 5 years, you're going to be in prison trying to figure out how not to drop the soap, my buddy. That's going to be an uncomfortable situation for 5 straight years, bro. I really just feel like they won't do it no more. I just feel like it. Either people just not going to get married anymore, or they going to get married and be in prison. Because like I said, it's crazy. I don't understand it. Self-control. See, the problem with people, they can't even control themselves. And they think they can control somebody else. That law will help control a lot of y'all. A lot of people. But that thought popped into my head this morning. I said, you know what? Let me speak about this today. I want to see what people's thought process is. I'm going to end this live and finish my good old Chipotle. And I'm going to go through my comments because I ain't seen everybody's comments since I've been sitting on here. But I want to see everybody's comments on this, man. This is a great topic. I'm going to have some more of these. Y'all give me a comment of what y'all feel like should be a crime as well. But it's crazy that we got to force people to be loyal. If we ever have to force people to be loyal who signed up to be married, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Share the live, share the live, share the live. I'm going to holler at y'all later. I just want to see what y'all got to say. Peace.